Hi, my name is Susan Banister and I worship at St Andrews and often at 6:30 at St Peter's, and I'm bringing today's thought for the day. As we know, many people have been negatively affected by the COVID crisis, losing loved ones, jobs, family breakdown, becoming homeless and suffering exploitation of some form. Steph Mawhinney spoke about Revelation a few days ago, about how there is suffering that is not ordered by God but permitted, and that it won't last forever. But until the victory is made clear, we should continue to serve and love our neighbour. I work for the charity Hope for Justice. Hope for Justice is a global anti-slavery charity, and our mission is to end slavery by preventing exploitation, rescuing victims, restoring lives and reforming society. In the UK alone, we saw the number of victims of modern slavery identified last year rise by 52% on the figures in 2018, which themselves had been a 36% increase on the 2017 figures. And we've already seen an increase on last year's figures so far this year. So what is modern slavery? Well, modern slavery is an umbrella term for any illegal exploitation for financial gain, and it can affect anyone who finds themselves vulnerable for whatever reason. And we know that COVID has made more people vulnerable, and this means vulnerable to traffickers too. So I think this time has challenged us to think about how we can represent God's love in a real practical way. We should, as a country, do better by the most vulnerable people in our society. At Hope for Justice, we often look to Psalm 82, verse 3-4, which I'll read to you. Defend the weak and the fatherless, uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed, rescue the weak and the needy, deliver them from the hand of the wicked. So what can you do about it? What can we do about it? No one person can do everything, but everyone can do something. A week on Sunday, on the 18th of October, is Anti-Slavery Day, and throughout next week, Hope for Justice will be raising awareness of the issue. And in the Church of England tradition, there are 3 things that I'm going to suggest that you can do. Firstly, if you're socially media minded, I encourage you to follow, repost, to like, to retweet our posts on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and Insta. Secondly, if you have the chance to educate yourself on what modern slavery looks like, I would do so. The largest anti-trafficking case in Europe last year was successfully prosecuted, and the person who identified the first victims was a community outreach worker from Hope for Justice who had been trained 5 days earlier. We are the eyes and the ears, the hands and feet of God, and we have the ability to change the lives of real people. And I'd be happy to run a Spot the Signs training session if you're interested, so if you are, please get in touch with me. And finally, as a faith-based organisation that believes in the power of prayer, it's our custom to mobilise people to pray for victims of slavery and trafficking in the lead up to Anti-Slavery Day. We have set up a 24/7 prayer room, and our aim is that every single hour is covered in prayer. You'll be sent prayer points in advance, and you can spend some time praying into these areas. And we'll also provide prayer resources along with the daily devotionals. I'm going to put the link in the text below. The Bible says in Isaiah 61 verse 7, instead of your shame you will receive double portion, and instead of disgrace you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours. That's the kind of inheritance we want to see given to those trapped in slavery today, because we believe that justice is non-negotiable, and we refuse to abandon the least, the last and the lost. And we encourage you to get involved. God bless. Thank you.